Good morning, brother.
Good morning.
How
Good
are you?
afternoon.
Yeah, for
Great.
you.
Yeah. How are you?
How's it going, my man?
Great, going great.
Awesome. How was your weekend?
Sorry, what did you say?
I said, how was your weekend?
Weekend was actually great. I went to kind of country part where is my home, so visited grandma and kind of enjoyed the nature and stuff. So
Oh,
I
it's
kind
awesome.
of yeah.
Do you enjoy any of the Euro Cup final?
I actually skipped that. So I kind of Croatia went out a couple of days ago, so I didn't watch the finals.
Oh,
I
okay.
kind of went to sleep earlier.
I don't blame you.
I wanted to get up at 5 a.m. and I just couldn't sleep, so I got up at I think 6:30 or so. So
Hey, man, I don't blame you.
yeah,
Are you into sports? You into soccer?
not so really.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
I'll watch the games when my country's playing, but if we're speaking about clubs and stuff like that, no.
True. True. So you just pay attention to your country and that's it.
Sure, that's it.
Awesome. I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Were you able to get any work done throughout the weekend, or you just all family and working on relationships?
Yeah, I actually went through other parts of the course. I was watching the back testing with you and Sharma, and kind of I was all about that. If we're speaking about the forex and stuff, so I took a few hours and went through that and kind of write down some stuff, and it's actually pretty good. Yeah.
Good for you, man. Does that help you as far as building confidence or, getting your eyes trained for the week?
Sure. I'm kind of more stable with my decisions, and I don't enter trades. I don't rush to enter trades as I would do it before. So that's the main part. I knew where my mistakes were, but now looking at that, I was kind of just not respecting my own rules, and that was the main problem. I knew what I was doing wrong, and I still was doing that same things. So
Yep, that's called consciously incompetent, where you
yeah,
know like what you need to do, you're just not getting it done, you know?
yeah,
And that's where most people get stuck. And unfortunately, that's where most people get stuck, and then eventually they don't know how to get to that next level of consciously competent, where they know what they need to do and they're actually doing it, and they get stuck in the middle of those two, and they end up quitting. Which obviously I know is not you, but now you're starting to get into the consciously competent where you are actually taking smart trades, and you're waiting and you're being more patient. You're not taking 30 trades a day.
yeah, definitely not.
So that's helping. So I'm glad you're in here for 2 weeks already, and you're already, your mindset is right.
Yeah, thanks.
And you're being more patient. You're not as emotional in the market. You know what you're looking for. You wait for it. You pounce on it, and that's it.
Yeah,
Have you been able to catch some good trades in the last 2 weeks?
actually yes, a few of them. So
Let's go, baby.
really
Let's
good.
go.
The one from this morning, from a few hours ago. I guess you were sleeping from the London session.
Yes.
I went kind of swimming on the sea, and I was sitting by, and I looked on my phone, and I said, "Oh, great setup." I kind of could enter it, but I said, "No, I'm not. I'm not in front of my laptop, and the phone is kind of really different thing for me, and I'll skip this over. I'll make it a paper trade." So I kind of
Okay.
missed the tips, but
So this was a paper trade.
yeah.
So is that in your rules right now, as far as, I'm not going to take anything if, it's on my phone and it's not in the computer?
I'm okay with it.
So you're okay taking trades on your phone?
No. I'm okay to skip
Okay,
taking
cool.
trades on my phone.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good. You know your rules and you're actually sticking to them.
Maybe I could try, I don't know, to build confidence for taking trades on the phone or on the go, to take a trades with, I don't know, one or two few cent lots, and that's it.
You're talking to the right guy, because that was something that was in my rules where I didn't want to take any trades on my phone. I didn't like it. I'd rather just sit, at my computer. I felt a lot less disciplined when I was trading off my phone. Does that make sense?
Definitely.
Yeah. So eventually I was able to get into that space where I don't mind taking trades on my phone, and I know what I'm looking for, and I just do it. And I know I'm confident with my discipline and my decision making. So I have no problem taking trades on my phone. Would I rather take it on a computer? Absolutely. I'm always going to be like that. But I don't mind taking trades on my phone anymore.
Sure.
So eventually you'll get into that. But Gary, what's up, brother?
Hello.
You had a rough weekend, huh?
No, I had a rough yesterday.
Rough yesterday. Okay, fair
Rough
enough.
last night.
What's up?
That's a rough last night. Apart from that, it was all right.
Did you go to bed crying?
I cried myself to sleep. Dad. As soon as he hit penalties, I knew.
Well, you made up for it.
Yep.
Good shit, man. So you want to break this down for us before we start breaking the market down?
Yeah, can do, yeah. It's order block, pretty much.
Yep.
So you had I actually saw it during, well, I wasn't awake, but I saw the one during Asian. I've been looking at like stop hunts and breaker structure. That book, basically that book. And then you had the Asian one, which you had this high here.
Mm-hmm.
And then that come down. And then sorry, hold on, that come down and come back up. And that's a stop hunt, because obviously you got, that's a new high.
Mm-hmm.
You had the break of the structure. All right, and then that created a, hang on, I'll draw it on, an order block here. And then that's called a return to order block. So that would have been
That's what this means.
here. Yeah, RTO return to order block.
Okay.
That was the Asia one.
What's SH mean?
Stop hunt.
Stop hunting. Makes sense.
So that was the Asia one, but that was like 3 in the morning for me.
Mm.
Then I noticed that we'd broken this structure. And then, so that left another order block, which is what I've got marked in the grey zone.
BMS, broke market structure.
Yeah, broke market structure. And then the grey zone is, like I say, is the 5-minute order block.
Yep.
So it broke structure. Again, had this as a stop, had that as a stop hunt, and then come back up, return to order block. I took an entry right at the bottom of it with stop loss just above, and then that was it.
Was it this candle right here?
Yeah, the first
bearish
candle. No, the first candle that literally hit it, I had a sell limit set up.
Oh wow. Okay, so you're taking sell limits now.
Yeah.
How do you like it?
Yeah, it's good.
Cool. You feel comfortable with it, or more comfortable than you did previously?
Especially after today. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because I've been looking at it over the weekend quite a lot, like studying quite a lot of it, and then like it's obviously this is the first trade I've used it on, and then
That's awesome,
I closed out about half, roughly here, took half there, and then I've just hit 2p now. So
okay. And why'd you take half right here?
just secured some profits
Just,
halfway
okay.
down.
There wasn't like a space to the left that made you
Well, we're below that market structure here that we broke. So
right over here?
yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So,
Cool.
and then, like I said, it's halfway down to my target anyway. So I just secured half and left the rest run.
Beautiful, man.
Stops the break even. It's a 15 R&R as well. So
that's how you start on Monday.
that's it.
Good shit, man. That's how you start the week.
I'm not really
Yeah, I was just asking because I love knowing other people's strategies and what goes into it, why you secure here, why you enter here, why you take a sell limit right up here. That's interesting to me. So
yeah.
It's just different perspectives, and we're always going to be looking at the market differently in many aspects the same way, but also a lot differently as well, because it just makes sense to us in different ways.
Yeah.
So well done, brother.
But it's Monday, so I'm not really looking for anything else now. Just sitting here with you guys.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So good job. That's how you start the week. Let's get into GJ and gold, starting with the higher time frame. So far, right now, I got a runner stopped. I secured multiple times. I think I gained just 1%. On that trade, so it came back to my entry. Stopped one of the runners out, but let me see. Yeah, I'm looking for a resistance to form, but let's start with the higher time frames over here. Obviously, 156, very psychological level. Actually, before we get into that, let's look at some of the fundamentals coming out this week. We got a busy week, guys. Busy week. Looking over here, we got the 10-year bond. We have we have Williams speaking right now, or today at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But then we got the 10-year bond auction. So PRC retail sales monitor, not too important for GBP, but not much going on as far as Monday is concerned. But once we get into Tuesday, we got CPI and core CPI coming out. Bostic is speaking, 30-year bond auction. We also have some meetings over here for the monetary policy. We have Bank of England financial stability report coming out. So Tuesday is going to be some nice volume. Federal budget balance over here. And then once we get into Wednesday, which is normally our heavy volume day, we have CPI coming out of GBP. We have PPI, core PPI, CAD news coming out as well. Crude oil inventories. We got Powell is testifying in front of Congress. That's about it. Unless you want to look at some China stuff, you got GDP coming out as well. Moving into Thursday, you have MPC member Saunders speaking. You have Philly Manufacturing Index. You got unemployment claims coming out. Industrial production. Powell, I keep calling him Towel. Powell testifying again. And then another FOMC member is going to be speaking. I want to see where Evans is from. Chicago. So Chicago monetary policy forum is going to be speaking as well. Then you got the Bank of Japan outlook report. We have something interesting coming out of Japan I'll cover in a second. What they're trying to get away from the LIBOR. Here, I'll show you. I was reading this before. So they base a lot of their interest rates and stuff off the London here. LIBOR stands for, where is it? Oh, here we go. London Interbank Offered Rates. So they base a lot of their rates off of London, and they're looking to get away from that, basically. Japan banks accelerating efforts to shift away from the yen LIBOR and basically set their own interest rates on their own accord, you know, what they're comfortable with, instead of basing them off of London and England. So again, looking at the calendar over here, coming down to Thursday, got that Bank of Japan outlook report. That should be interesting, and monetary policy statement coming out. Then later you got the press conference for the Bank of Japan, and then later on Friday, core retail sales and retail sales, and then obviously our important University of Michigan consumer sentiment and inflation expectations. So we have a heavy week. We have CPI coming out. This is just for the U.S. alone. CPI coming out. You have PPI coming out. You have unemployment coming out. You have Powell is testifying this week, and then you got core retail stuff. So a lot of economic data coming out that you want to pay attention to for the dollar, and then some GBP stuff as well, which obviously we trade GJ and GU, so you guys want to pay attention to that. Now, looking at the monthly over here, again, we reacted to 156. You guys know that by now. My runner just got stopped out. But the monthly is obviously coming down some strong bearish candles. This candle actually, what it's interesting to me is this candle. Let me just get rid of some of these. This candle actually pushed all the way down close to this support over here and then rejected, closing above this wick right here. This candle created its top wick and then flipped bearish, pushed all the way down past the low of that candle right over there, and it ended up also retesting the support, or actually getting to that support, but now it's retracing above these candle body highs over here. So are we going to continue down since we did create a lower low and a lower high and pass the low of this wick right here? Or are we rejecting this area and trying to form some kind of a support to continue up, to retest these highs and continue right through the resistance of 156? Looking at the weekly over here, you have consecutive bearish candles, but these candles are getting a little bit weaker, the bodies of these candles. But you have a huge wick all the way down here, and we are bearish. So are we going to fill this wick? I could definitely see us filling that wick, continuing all the way down. If we get some bad economic data coming out of the pound. Also looking at the yen over here, the yen is a little bullish, right? We finally broke this bearish trend that we've been respecting over here in the yen, right? So we've been pushing all the way down, lower lows, lower highs, pushing all the way down here. And then last week we broke through that resistance when we were consolidating over here. Mateo, what's up, brother?
Guys,
How was the weekend?
very busy. I was working all weekend long, but it's all good.
Good shit, man. Making that money.
Yeah, sure.
There you go. Weren't able to get much into the markets, I'm guessing.
No. I mean, I just did a backtesting session this morning just to get kind of ready for this weekend. I put up together a plan for backtesting.
There you go. Okay.
So that's pretty much it. How you guys doing?
Cool. We're doing great, man. Other than Gary. Gary had a rough day yesterday.
Oh, really? What happened?
The Euro Cup.
Oh, the Euro Cup. Yeah.
We're just messing around. But he caught an awesome trade. Look at this trade over here. I don't know if you saw the London session, but this is awesome. Great way to set the week. This is his strategy. He took a sell limit over here. Pretty interesting with this order block after breaking market structure. He just broke the whole thing down for us. Then secured. What percentage did you secure down here, Gary?
50.
50?
Yeah.
Beautiful. You just
Good job, Gary. Nice
there you
trade.
go.
Perfect.
That's all. This is the 5 minute. That's awesome, man.
70 pips.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Did they hit your TP? Are you out?
That's it. Yeah, all done.
There you go, man. You're done for the day, huh?
Yep.
Cool. Awesome. So we're breaking down GJ right now. We started with the monthly, now we're on the weekly. So again, we have this huge wick down here that looked like it is creating momentum for price to continue down. We did create a top wick on this weekly candle over here, and we did flip bearish, right? So are we coming all the way down to retest this low again, these candle body lows, to then continue down to this wick right down here? We shall see. So looking at the daily now, the daily, we're printing lower lows and lower highs. Again, we have that bearish trend from the monthly coming all the way down, retapping this area, and we are reacting to that area right now. So again, we're printing lower lows right down here and lower highs continuing down. We had a strong bullish candle pushing us all the way right back up here to end the week last week, but we ended up closing with no top wick. So we now passed the high of that candle and then flip bearish, continuing right back down. So I'm going to draw resistance right there. Obviously, we could draw our support, but in this area right here. So are we coming right back down to retest this low down here and also retest this wick? Looking at the 4 hour. The 4 hour came all the way up last week. Gary caught most of this as well. Now we formed this resistance, and now we're starting to push bearish. This candle is interesting to me. Like, what's going to happen in this area? You have this previous support. You do have clean moves that we could mirror, but I'm looking at this area right here. Looking at this area right here as a support. Are we going to continue right through there, or are we going to hold support over here? This 4-hour candle closed with no bottom wick, right? This candle ended up creating a top wick and then passed the low of that candle, but now it's starting to retrace a little bit. Looking at the 1 hour, I do think that we should be coming down to this area over here after creating this resistance. We're holding this resistance. You can even drag this to the left a little bit, but we tap this area, printing a strong bearish candle with now a wick. Are we going to continue down, or are we rejecting this area, forming a support to then continue right back up? I don't think so, but we're just going to go based off what we see, right? Not what we think. This is the trade that I caught this morning. As we push bearish during London, again, Gary caught most of this. We pushed bearish, we came down, created this low down here, retested, created a resistance, especially with this candle right here. So I ended up taking this as this candle, because this candle right here on the 15-minute, David, what's up, my man? You have a good weekend? Might not be able to talk. There he is. Good morning, man. Hope you're doing well. I'm just breaking down the market right now. Anyway, we ended up creating this kind of consolidation over here where we created this low, created a support here on the 15-minute, and it ended up coming right back up, but it failed to break the previous resistance that we previously just had over here. So this candle, I was looking at it, especially on the 30-minute. This candle, I was looking for this 30-minute candle to pass the low of this candle, but close below the support, and I would have entered after the close. But since it ended up rejecting and closing back into this range, what I did was I waited for the next 15-minute candle to come up, created its top wick, never passed the high of these candles, and then flip bearish. And then what I could have done, a riskier sell, was enter right over here as a flip bearish. But what I did was I waited for price to pass the low of that candle, putting my stop loss right up here, had my take profit right here. Just broke even on that. Okay, cool. Did you secure it all? I'll just leave the chat right here. No, I didn't secure. Okay. So as we flip bearish right over here, this is a perfect setup, expecting that 620, 630 volume. So as we push below, I actually executed, I believe, let's see, the 5-minute, I would have executed around 610 over here. So we push bearish, continuing all the way down here. See how many pips we're at. Continuing all the way down here. I didn't secure it all. Price came right back up to my entry. I was fine with that because I did anticipate price continuing right back down. So once we came down below here to 10 pips, this is where I secured 50% 2 times. Actually, I think 3 times I secured 50%. And then we ended up coming back to my stop loss, which is at break even, and both my runners got stopped out. So he's laughs. So now it looks like we're coming right back into this range. I guess we're holding the support over here. We've got to figure out why. We have this kind of order block over here to the left. After holding this support, we now came down to retest that area over here, and now we're creating this support to continue right back into this range. So let's look at any kind of potential trades that we could be getting. I'm not looking at any kind of sell or buys right now, but it looks like we are respecting bearish market structure. I'm not looking at any kind of buys until maybe we break above 152.730, till we break above this resistance over here. But at that point, we're going to be just consolidating. In here, it looks like the 1 hour is flipping bullish. So what are we doing in this area? What's going to end up happening? Are we going to continue down or break above this previous resistance over here and then continue right back up? Again, let's look at the 4 hour. 4 hour again, like I just said, we ended up closing with no bottom wick. This candle created its top wick, created its bottom wick, pushed all the way down here, and now it's flipping bullish. All right, so are we going to hold support right here? And is this just a higher low, a support that we form to continue up, to retest these highs and continue right back up to these candle body highs? Let's get the 1 hour. That'd be interesting. Let's go. They cancel order. I can see something. Oh, that's awesome. What's the, do we have shitty weather coming, David? Guess so. Working on the beach, right? Get my rate at 1. I'll be in the city. So let's see if we actually respect this support over here. 15-minute. We're going to close in 3 minutes. So let's see if we actually close above or hold this resistance over here. We're just retesting, then we continue right back down to retest this low. Again, we're going based off what we see, not what we think. So moving on to gold over here. Gold is still just kind of ranging right now. We are holding that support, the previous support over here, right? After coming down all the way down to 1760, we created this support. This candle ended up passing the low of the previous bullish candle, but now we are holding support over here after breaking the previous consolidation zone that we had to the left. So now, what are we doing? Before we do that, we'll check the dollar. Dollar is bullish today, right now, so we may get some bearish movement in gold. And the yields, let's take a look at the 10-year yields, are starting to come up a little bit. So that's going to push push gold down even more as well. But right now we are holding the support over here. Had a little bit of an order block, and we're continuing right back up. Let's see if we retest this area. We did end up breaking the recent bullish structure on the dollar as well. After this order block to the left, remember we had this bearish structure, held support, continued up. They talked about increasing interest rates, and we just shot up. And now we're just printing higher lows, right? So we just printed this new higher high. Are we going to hold this support? Never broke the low of this support over here. Hold support here, and then continue right back up to retest these highs, and then retest these as well to then create a new high up here. You very well could. So looking at gold now, gold should be a little bearish. Looks like we're holding this resistance. If you look to the left, you have a wick, previous support over here as well, right? We are now pushing below. Let's see, it looks like GJ ended up closing right back into that range on the 1 hour. Sorry about that. I woke up at like 1 and 2 in the morning to take the dog out. So again, holding this resistance over here, previous support, previous resistance, definitely a significant zone over here. But we are holding resistance, and we have the confluence based on the dollar strength right now and the yield strength as well. So we're holding resistance over here, multiple rejections. Looking at the 4 hour, we are consolidating right here. Let's see what we got right here. So I don't really want to trade in any of this. I'd rather just wait for price to break above resistance to continue up, get that clean move to the left. But if we do break the support, it would be interesting. We could continue right back down. But Carlos, what's up, my man?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes. How was your weekend?
Oh, pretty good, man. I'm trying to join the Slack on my laptop. I'm on my phone right now.
Do you want me to send you your invite again?
Yes, please. Cause yeah, for some reason it's not letting me in.
I'm gonna write that down and do that. Perfect. I'll do that right after the stream, buddy. So again, we are, if you look at these wicks, these are previous wicks to the left as well that we rejected. So I'm not looking for anything in here. If we do close below the support, you may be able to get a nice sell on gold with the confluence as well, get some strength in the dollar. Again, we have a lot of economic data coming out for the dollar, CPI, PPI. You have Powell is testifying also. You have retail sales on Friday, unemployment claims. You've got a lot going on. You have University of Michigan consumer sentiment and inflation expectations. So you got a lot going on with gold. So maybe we're waiting for what Powell is going to be saying today. Is it going to be hawkish or dovish when it comes to increasing interest rates? That's what we may be consolidating here on the lower time frames, right? To figure out where we want to go. Are they going to increase interest rates and we just continue to tank, or talk about increasing interest rates, or talk about talking about increasing interest rates? Or are we going to, or is he going to say, maybe we need some more time to recover? We need some more data coming out for the US to see if we actually are recovering on a successful path. But if that's the case, you're going to see gold continue to mirror this move and we could catch a nice move up, right? But for now, I would stay out of gold. This is not worth trading over here. If anything, you can wait for price to break support, but any of that is just going to be 50-50. It's not clean price action. It's not something that I particularly like to trade, especially with all these wicks and no particular direction, because the market doesn't know what it wants to do yet, right? We need to listen to the head of the Fed right now, say what he wants to do. So anyway, gold, not much going on. If you guys want me to break down any other chart, please let me know. But right now we just broke down GJ and gold. And now again, GJ broke that previous support. Glad I secured down here, and now it's starting to push up. Let's take a look at all other time frames again. 4 hour heavy rejection, holding the support, and now we're starting to push above these wicks over here. Starting to push above this resistance. You got a clean move to the left. So what are we doing over here on GJ? Are we printing, you know, we created this new high up here. Are we, this 4 hour candle has no bottom wick. We have this rejection and the support formed. So are we going to continue right back up, printing a higher low? Doing something like this? Could, but let's see if we get the support formed, but also price closing above resistance over here. If we close above over here, 7 o'clock, we create this high, come down and retest, and then around 7:45, like we always say with our you know, heavy volume time on GJ, we could continue right back up and catch a nice retest to continue up. Does that make sense, guys? Cool. So right now we just wait. I got a lot to catch up on. I was away this weekend on a paintball tournament. Anybody play paintball?
I do from time to time.
Yeah, it's awesome, right?
It's a bit different out here, though.
What was that?
It's a bit different out here. You have like all the inflatable stuff, don't you?
No, we don't. I don't play like that. We play in the woods. We play different courses and stuff in dirt, and like it looks like actual like warfare and stuff. Not the you know, those paintball tournaments where it's all like blow up things.
Yeah, I see quite a few like Americans do that way, but yeah, we do it like you.
Yeah, there's different
huts.
different like different ways that you could do it. I think this is, let me see if I can bring this up. So it was set up. Did I tell you guys about this on Friday? I think I did. But it's basically set up like Normandy, where you're invading Normandy over here. You guys know about that with World War II. I'm sure Gary does.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they set it up like that, and you're fighting the Nazis, and you're part of the Allied forces, either U.S., England, France, a lot of the European countries. But they set it up where you're invading. They drop the boat, and it's pretty crazy. And the map is huge. I'll just show you a quick clip. It's the biggest paintball. It's the biggest paintball tournament in the world.
You got many bruises?
What's up?
Have you got many bruises?
I mean, I got a couple here, a couple on my back, some on my legs. I got shot a couple times, but I don't really welt too bad, you know.
No? That's all right. I see. Sasha went not too long ago, didn't he?
Sasha, did he?
Yeah, he went not to this one. He just.
Oh yeah, you know what? Sasha is pretty big in the people.
Yeah, he went to one not too long ago, and he put a picture up of some of his ones. It looks in 3 shots right in the side of his chest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, massive bruises.
I think if you have a high concentration of fat in your body, it's easier to bruise. It's easier to welt. Like if you have like tighter skin, it's a little bit harder for those welts to form. But it's pretty thing. See how they like drop the boat? Like these are the boats storming Normandy, and they drop the boat, and it's crazy because you're in these boats. You're in these boats over here, and you actually feel not nearly what the real thing was like, but you feel the adrenaline because you have the Nazis shooting the boats from the woods, you know, from where they are, and they're hiding back there. But you feel the shots hitting the boat, and they're counting down from 10, and they drop the boat, and you're just getting shot as you're coming out of there, and you're just trying to see how they're like trying to run for cover.
Yeah.
You see all the paintballs just getting shot as they're coming out, and you have to just push your way through and storm the beach and get through into the woods. It's pretty crazy.
Is it literally a matter of if you get shot, you get out?
Well, yeah, but it's less than what the normal thing is, where, you know, if you get shot once, you got to be out. But when you're storming the beach, you could get shot a couple times, and then the refs are going to call you out.
Okay.
But it was insanely hard to invade that beach because, unlike the real thing where they're, you know, up on the hill and you can see the enemy and everything, and they have some of those barracks and stuff, but when it comes to here, they're all in the woods, so you can't see them. You can't see who you're shooting until you get into the woods. And once you get into the woods, they have cities in there looking like European cities. They got Paris all the way up. It's pretty crazy. But it was fun. Pat, what's up, my man?
Hey, bro.
How are you? How's the weekend?
I'm all right. I'm all right. Thank you. Definitely not as exciting as yours, that's for sure.
It was a crazy weekend. Crazy weekend.
What you were describing now sounds absolutely insane.
It's fun, man. You ever play paintball?
Yeah, a few times. But it's been a while.
Yeah, that was the I didn't realize it, but it was the biggest paintball event in the world, biggest tournament in the world. There's people from all over the world over there.
Really?
You know, I'm not that big in the paintball. I'm pretty solid at it, but like I don't go like every weekend like a lot of these guys do. Like one of the dudes that was camping with us won the national championship in college for paintball. And I didn't even know that existed. So it's
So wait, that's what you were taking part in this weekend?
Yes. Yeah, it was called Skirmish Invasion of Normandy. So they set it up like World War II, where you're invading. I was part of the Allied forces. We were almost on the Nazi side because we couldn't get a spot in there, but we lucked out.
Nice, nice. That sounds insane, man.
It was all. It literally feels like, especially this one. Like I've done other events and stuff like that, but it's just like setting up games and you're in the woods and you just do games. But this actually felt like real like warfare, like where I lost some of my boys once we got into the woods, and we were able to capture the beach. We got into the woods. We were able to capture a city in there and flank the enemy from the left. And I was able to climb into a tower. And I was up there for a little bit and I lost some of my boys. So I was basically like just finding different people in the woods, coming up with strategies to get through. But it feels like warfare. It's nuts. Everything but like real bullets, obviously.
Yeah. How much of a workout was it?
Dude, we ran at least on my Apple Watch. I had like 11 miles.
Are you serious? What
What?
the fuck, man? Sounds like a marathon.
Dude, it was, I mean, and I'm wearing heavy camo. I'm wearing long sleeves. I got, I had like 8 pod packs on me at once. And a pod pack is like a big cylinder of paintballs in there. And these are kind of heavy, but 8 of them on my vest, like surrounding my whole body, just so I could reload. But then I had some water on me. I had, but I couldn't imagine. That's nothing compared to the real thing. Like imagine like World War II, like, and it started raining too, and we're like, all right, we're gonna call it a day here. But like in real life, you can't do that.
Yeah.
You're invading Normandy, and then all of a sudden you're in Europe. You got your tent, you got food, you have everything on you. Canteen, shovels. I couldn't imagine the real thing. Like that's nothing compared to that.
Sorry, can I
That's an
interrupt you?
experience, man.
Yeah, it was definitely worth doing. It was awesome. So gold is again, gold is ranging. You came in a little bit after we broke down the whole market. And also, Pat, did you come up with the what's it called? The videos that you wanted taken down?
Not yet.
Okay. Whenever you do, just let me know and I'll make it happen.
Yeah, sure. No problem.
So again, I just did like a full market breakdown. I'm gonna have this on YouTube. So now we know, right?
Yep.
But yeah, I just called GJ over here. I just broke that down. I'll break this down for you guys again. Beautiful setup. Again, we formed this resistance over here, retesting this previous zone over here. Once we tap this area, forming that high to come right back up, form our support, come right back up. I was anticipating a retest of this support over here. We could very well get it. It looks like we're rejecting this resistance over here now. But right now it's kind of a no trade zone that we're in. We're right back into that range. But once we came over here at 6 o'clock, we ended up closing bearish over here. But the reason I didn't take this at 6 o'clock was because we had this area form a support. We then respected this resistance right over here, rejecting this area. I was expecting this candle. I would have entered as the candle closed, but we ended up closing back into the range. If we close below this area, like looking at the 30-minute, if this candle closed below this support, I would have entered as soon as we closed. But instead, we didn't close below that area, so I waited. I stayed patient. This candle, I knew this candle was going to create a top wick, or we were just going to range or form support and continue up. But what I waited for was this top wick to form and this candle to pass the low, or flip bearish, pass the low of this wick, and that's where I entered. Grab my 10 pips, secure 50% 3 times with the magic keys, stop loss at break even, got stopped at a break even. And then with some of the guys coming in, I know Chris is in. What's up, Chris? Probably can't talk right now. Might be on the train. But Gary took a beautiful trade over here. I was seeing if he could. What's up, buddy? Gary, you available to talk? Maybe not. Got the
Give me
kids.
5 minutes. Give me 5 minutes.
Sure. If you can, I'll have you break this down again for everyone on the stream now, because I just think it's very interesting listening to other people's perspectives on trading. I know Gary has a very unique way of trading, and some of you guys are pretty interested in it. So I was gonna have him break this down for you again. He broke it down for us before. I thought it was a great trade. He actually took a sell limit right over here and grabbed this whole move. And now his take profit got hit. Just take a look right here. TP got hit, and now he's done. Beautiful trade, and this is on the 5 minute. This is his strategy, a little risky. Don't get me wrong, but it works for him, and he's been doing really well. Caught the whole move on GJ as well on Friday. So looks like we're rejecting this area over here on the 15 minute. 15 minute close right back into this range. We are respecting this resistance over here. I wouldn't take anything until maybe we break the support right over here on GJ. Again, we're holding this resistance over here. Nice rejection here. I do like this candle. As this candle passes below that candle, I've seen this before. I'm not going to take it, but I've seen this before with this rejection candle closing bearish. This candle closed with a bullish candle. We are ranging over here on the 5 minute, but this move right here, we should be coming down to the support. But the good news is we are holding resistance right here. We do have the clean move to the left, but we're holding resistance, and we could continue right back down. Thing is, these candles are all over the place. Lower low, or lower high, lower low. This candle, higher low, higher high. Yeah, it's just a little messy over here trading. Pat, you watched the Euro Cup? I saw you guys talking in the general chat.
Fuck yeah, bro.
You're big into soccer?
Oh, fanatic.
Awesome.
Soccer
wish I
and
was more into it.
So you said?
I said I wish I was like more into it. It's the same thing with hockey. Like I wish I was a little bit more into hockey. I just haven't been able to get into it. I love the fighting in hockey. But like, yeah, but you know, soccer, biggest sport around the world. So it's just, I didn't grow up with it. My dad, honestly, is from Cyprus, and he grew up playing soccer and volleyball, but never introduced it to me. I was more to American football.
I see. I got you.
And basketball. Yeah.
I got you. No, I love soccer, man.
Yeah, it's fun, energetic. The FIFA games are amazing. I love playing those. I just never watch it.
Yeah. Club soccer is like, European club soccer is just the best, man. You know, like the standard of competition and the excitement that it generates. I'm also like really into Formula One.
Oh, okay. That's
Now
awesome.
that is, oh man, that's amazing. That's
Do
all
we have
about.
a big event?
Sorry?
Was there a big event this weekend, or that's just like your other sport?
No. That's just another sport that I follow. I think there's a Silverstone Grand Prix coming up next week or this weekend in the UK that I'm looking forward to.
That's pretty big in over in the eastern states, right?
Well, it's huge in Europe because all the teams are predominantly from Europe. You know, all their warehouses and most of the races are in Europe anyway.
Yeah, it's huge in
that's one
Italy,
thing we
right?
are good at.
Did you say, Gary?
It's one thing that the British are good at.
It's a rough weekend for Gary.
Yeah, Lewis Hamilton then. Brilliant racer.
Yeah. No, this like Steph. I think if you have an appreciation for engineering, you know, F1 is definitely something you'd enjoy because of how everything speaks to each other, like engineering, you know, like the commercials, managing that, you know, dealing with drivers. Oh man, it's just amazing.
Yeah. That's awesome. I love seeing the races like in Italy. They have some in France, right?
Yeah.
It's all. There's a movie coming out about that, right? Where it already came out.
It's already out on Netflix. It's called Drive to Survive. There's like season 1 and season 2.
Okay,
Really,
that's
really
good.
good. I do recommend it. Highly.
Well, let me write that down.
What's your team, Pat? Who are you cheering for?
What's up, say?
I just asked Pat what's his team. Who's he cheering for?
Mercedes, bro. Mercedes.
Really?
All Lewis. I love Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah, me too. I don't know why, but I just love Mercedes.
Yeah. No, like for me, like the team principal, Toto Wolff. Like I love his story. You know where he started. You know he's like a real hustler. To like just how Mercedes engage with their fans, you know, like I think they engage the most with their fans. Like they break things down. They do like a post-race debrief with their fans after the races, and then also just like Lewis Hamilton, man, amazing driver. Seems like an amazing guy. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm guessing Mercedes is like Germany's team.
Sorry, what?
I'm guessing Mercedes is Germany's team.
Yep.
Dude, I feel like such a noob talking about this. Like, it's funny talking to people like when people talk about football, like American football, and they don't know what they're talking about. It just sounds funny. So I know I'm that person right now.
Yeah, no, it's totally okay. I mean, I wouldn't call Mercedes, or rather, in F1, it's kind of hard to attach nationalities to teams, or in the exception of Ferrari, which is like identifies so strongly as like, you know, Italian.
Yeah.
But like with Mercedes, it's a bit difficult because like the Mercedes F1 or the Petronas AMG, which is like the official team, is headquartered in the UK.
Okay.
Employs a lot of guys from the UK. It's run by an Austrian dude, you know, with like a Finnish a driver from Finland and a driver from the UK. So it's a bit hard to associate. But then you have some other teams, like I said, Ferrari, you know, strong Italian identity.
Yep.
Williams has a strong British identity. You know, so you have a few of those. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. Now, is it just Ferrari or Lamborghini as well?
So Lamborghini is not there. Although I think they are considering, I think Lamborghini and Porsche are considering becoming engine suppliers.
I feel like I heard that.
I think I heard that before. Yeah, they're no, it's Porsche and Audi are considering becoming engine suppliers.
Okay.
For F1, Lamborghini doesn't take place at all. Yeah, sure. I think right now they're predominantly two or three major engine suppliers, and those are Honda, Mercedes. I've forgotten the last one. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, it's, you know, if you have spare time on your hands, you might find it something you might enjoy. Just how
the Netflix show.
Yeah, definitely.
I'll definitely be checking that out. Sounds sick. Do you anybody into fighting? Boxing, UFC?
Yeah.
Boxing.
I love boxing, man.
Yeah, boxing's awesome.
Fuck. It's so frustrating because the heavyweight, the big guys are there's always so much politics around them. It's, as a fan,
champion of the world, it's like the head honcho.
It's just there's just always bullshit involved in politics, and you're like, oh gosh, okay.
You're talking about with like Tyson?
Yeah, Tyson Fury, you know, Anthony Joshua, and what's Deontay Wilder, like just getting us the fans to see what we want,
Yeah.
versus then coming together to put pen to paper. It's just so difficult, man, and frustrating. And after a while, it's like, you know, whatever.
I think it's a lack of like president or commissioner or, you know, matchmaking dude, kind of like what the UFC has for Dana White. Like they don't really have that with boxing right now.
Yeah,
Someone that really knows how to make good matches
yeah,
or good fights, put together good cards, you know.
yeah.
Anthony Joshua's from my area.
He's from
Really?
Miami?
No, my area.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Next town up. He's literally about 15-minute drive.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Now, where's Tyson Fury from? Like, you know, when it comes to where you live.
Irish, isn't he?
Tyson Fury?
Yeah, he's from Ireland.
No
Really?
way.
Pretty sure.
Dude, he sounds British.
I'm sure he's from Ireland. Known as a Gypsy King, isn't he?
Yeah.
That's true. So maybe he's British professional boxer.
Yeah, British is Ireland, isn't it? It's all one.
Ireland?
Yeah, it's Ireland, Wales, Scotland, and England. British.
Yeah. Well, I always thought Britain was more so England. No, or Great Britain is the whole area.
Yeah.
Okay.
All four of them.
But his accent is definitely more English. No?
Oh, I don't know. Just says,
Maybe
where's
Welsh.
the...
Oh, wow. You might be right. Look at this. Heavyweight champion Tyson Fury's Irish roots. Gypsy
Okay.
King's roots revealed. Huh. That's interesting. I never knew that.
He's in amazing shape now, though, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a beast. He's got that mindset, man. He's
Except now
6'9".
They've moved your fight to what, November now?
I think so.
Fuck. Yeah.
Ridiculous. You guys see the UFC card this weekend?
The what?
So what happened?
UFC card?
Yeah, with Connor.
Yeah. That was nasty. You see that leg break?
No.
Did it break or was it just like a sprain?
No, it was a clean break. It just snapped.
This was no sprain. Hold on.
Broke his leg and still shouted out abuse, didn't he?
Let's check it out. Let's break that link. We got nothing going on in the market right now. So look at this. He throws a 1-2 and goes to step back on his leg. Watch his leg. They're down on the ground a little bit. He gets up. They don't show it. Yes.
Oh,
Snaps. I can't. I'm not even gonna watch it. I'm done.
Okay.
Oh man, I saw it live. That was nuts.
Like when I saw it, I wasn't sure. Like, and yeah, probably not right of me, but being Connor and just how his persona was like, is this guy fucking around? Like, anyway.
Yeah, no, I feel you. He's like a different person every fight.
He's a great marketer.
Great marketer.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. He's the highest paid athlete in the world.
Yeah, I think that guy knows what he's doing.
Definitely knows what he's doing as far as selling fights. He's a genius when it comes to that. I just wish he didn't take basically 5 years off. What do you have, like 2 fights or 3 fights in 5 years? I think that killed him. Obviously, as always, the money killed him. But I've been following him since he was 25, 26. It was just coming into the UFC. So it sucks to see, but what are you gonna do?
I saw the numbers. It said that I think the minimum payout for McGregor for this fight was supposed to be around 20 million, and the other one was just 1 million. So
It was supposed to be 20 million.
yeah,
And
win or lose.
What did it end up being?
I didn't check the numbers,
Okay.
but it was win or lose, minimum 20 million. So
52,
I saw that somewhere. So
54 payout.
without pay-per-view. So
Oh, you saw without pay-per-views? Pay-per-view payout, 18 million. Poirier got 3.6. Good for him. Conor made 23 million.
yeah,
He said he's going to be a billionaire by the time he's 35. He's 32 now. Good for him. He's a beast, though. I mean, you snap your leg, all you're thinking about is the hospital and getting your mind right and all that stuff. This dude's promoting the next fight, sitting on the ground, yelling at Dustin Poirier.
Shouting abuse.
Yeah.
What was he said? Your wife was in my DMs.
He's like, your wife is in my DMs. You silly hillbilly.
probably they went for a coffee together after the match, but in front of the cameras, I think that's the completely different story.
Yeah. Yeah, the second fight, they were cordial, they were nice to each other and all that. It was weird.
It's just business, I think.
Something happened as far as like charity, or something happened with the payout, the first one, and words were exchanged, and now they're enemies again. So it looks like we're holding support over here. Are we going to fill this wick? I don't want to enter anything until we close above this area over here. But looking at the 5 minute, like I said over here, could have gotten 10 pips. Once we broke below this wick right here, this rejection, no top wick on this candle. Once we broke below, that's 10.6 pips right here. This is a very advanced trade, almost kind of a stupid trade, but you would have caught it. You would have caught the 10 pips in here. I probably would have secured at 5, but it's not a big enough range to trade. This is something that you paper trade and you're looking at, and you're like, all right, you're right, you catch part of that. 1 second. Not much going on a Monday.
Yeah, I'm not trading today.
Cool.
Just gonna wait for
It's smart, staying out.
yeah, wait for things to settle down.
Absolutely. As we broke down before, we got a lot coming out this week, and not much coming out on Monday. So it would be smart to stay out. And I think a lot of markets are going to be ranging today in anticipation of starting tomorrow. You got CPI coming out of the U.S. You have some FOMC members speaking. You got Bostic speaking. Later on Wednesday is a huge fundamental day. So you got a CPI for the pound coming out, PPI and core PPI coming out for the US. Some CAD news coming out. If anyone trades CAD, I don't think anyone in here does, but Powell is testifying on Wednesday. And then he's speaking again, I believe, on Thursday, or testifying again on Thursday. But we have unemployment claims coming out on Thursday. Philly manufacturing index coming out. Saunders is speaking. Claiming count change coming out of the pound. Yeah, here we go. Powell testifies again on Thursday. So we're going to see if he's hawkish or dovish on interest rates. Seeing if he's inclined to increase them, but also Bank of Japan outlook report and monetary policy statement is coming out, and then they have the press conference right after that. But Friday, we also have core retail sales coming out, prelim, University of Michigan consumer sentiment, and then inflation expectations. Previous was 4.2. Now keep in mind, with inflation, they want to keep it around 2%. The fact that they got 4.2, and this is what the U.S. has been looking at. We're fearing hyperinflation because of all the dollar printing and the bond buying going on, but we shall see. I think we may get this wick fill over here, but I'm not looking to trade it. You do have a little bit of a fake out over here. So you had a good weekend, Pat?
Yeah, it's pretty quiet.
You do anything?
I'm trying to remember what I did. Nah, man, didn't do anything. Just some car shopping for the wife.
Oh, okay. What's she looking to get?
SUV.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, trying to look at different options. Yeah, considering different options out there on the market. Like here in South Africa, you mostly have choices between German car manufacturers and Japanese car manufacturers.
That's about it.
Yeah, that's about it. No offense to any French people, but your cars are pretty shit. So
love that.
Straight to the point.
So, yeah,
do we have any Frenchmen in here? No, we got Alan, who just moved back to France from Australia. But I think that's about it.
Okay. Yeah, man, that's about it, to be honest with you.
You don't get any US cars?
No, not really. Not really. Actually, no, you do have Chrysler here. And okay. Ford. Yeah, Chrysler, Ford. Chryslers are not as common, so the range that's available here is really limited. Like really, really limited. Ford is big here. But yeah, she doesn't really like the SUV options. So
yeah, neither do I. The Ford, nice American company, but I don't like their some of the cars that they have for the interior. I have a Chevy. I love Chevy.
Oh yeah.
You guys don't have that out there?
Yeah, we do. It's just not as big here. It's just not as big here. So yeah.
What do you say about our manufacturing?
What was that, Stipe?
What do you say about our Croatian manufacturer of cars, the new one emerging in the market?
Which kind of cars?
Rimac.
US?
No, Croatian.
Croatian cars? What kind of cars do you guys have?
Go to the YouTube, please.
BMW?
No, go to the YouTube, please. I'll show you the video.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Let's see, YouTube.
So type R I-M-A-C. Yeah, the first one.
Navarro?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Look at this. This is Croatia?
It's from, yeah, it's quarter mile, less than, I think, less than 10 seconds.
I love the look of it. Looks like
Yeah, it's fully
SMR
electric
a little bit.
and it's crazy.
What is
0
it?
to 100 in, I think, 1.85 or something.
That's sick.
Yeah.
I didn't know you guys had cars.
Yeah, it's a new emerging manufacturer. It's kind of new. It's on the market for, I don't know, maybe 5-6 years.
Yeah. Now, is this what you're going to get with your profits?
No, it's a 2 million car, so 2 million euros.
You can get it. Just make sure
Yeah.
you get some real estate properties first.
Yeah,
2
maybe
million euros.
10, 15 years.
Yeesh.
How many euros?
2 million.
Ooh.
Yeah,
That's
it's
like-
a hypercar.
That's even more than a Bugatti, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is, they're speaking about Rimac actually acquiring a part of Bugatti and becoming the owner. So it's some kind of stock exchange. Rimac's gonna give Volkswagen Group some percentage, and they'll give him the major shares in Bugatti and something like that. So I'm not sure yet. I've seen it even on Bloomberg. So
That's awesome. That thing looks
Okay.
sick.
you have a review on Carwow from, I think the guy Matt is doing it. It's kind of drug race with the new Ferrari hybrid, I think SF90, and it kind of just wipes him out. So
That's awesome. It reminds me of like a mix between a Porsche, Ferrari, and Aston Martin, I guess.
and it's fully electric.
And it kind of looks like the new Corvette a little bit. It's fully electric?
Fully electric.
Oh, wow. That changes a
Yeah.
lot.
Go again, search the same thing on the YouTube. I'll show you the word on the drug race.
What is it?
Just search that again. The second one, versus Ferrari SF90. Yeah,
Right here?
yeah, that one.
It's probably crazy. Let me just bring the market over here. Looks like we're breaking above resistance over here. We do have the clean move to the left. I'm going to, let me just pause this for a second. All right, we're breaking up 744. We got that volume coming in. So David's in GJ buys already. Okay. Now, David, what made you take it? This support being formed? I think we should get this wick fill up here. I was looking at that before. Just again, I already took my trade this morning. I grabbed this move. My 10 pips. Gonna set a chart. Awesome. Even better. Also, guys, I want to be better off. I want to be better when it comes to our group Trello, and it starts with me. I got to do more with it. I just, as a lot of you guys have started to realize, when getting back to work, whether it's school, whether it's work, it's very hard to journal. Because we're trading here for about 2.5, 3 hours, where we're sitting here just trading, doing our thing, focusing on the market. Not so much journaling. And normally what I do is I journal after, just because, let's say before I used to do these live streams, what I used to do was I would be journaling during my trading session while I'm listening to Raquel and being on those live streams. But now what I do is I journal after. I take the screenshots and everything during the market, during us trading. But, I can't just sit here journaling while I have you guys on here. It's just not feasible, and it's not fair to you guys. But again, like I said, you guys are getting back into work. You guys have very busy schedules now, a lot more busy than you did during COVID or during the heights of COVID. So it's harder to journal. I realize that, but I want to get more back into utilizing this so that we can break each other's trades down like we used to on these live streams. We can learn from each other, because a lot of people, like I said, we all have different strategies when it comes to trading the markets and different perspectives on how we look at the market. So we can all be learning from each other if we add our trading journals into here. And all it takes is just journaling your own trades, which you should all be doing anyway, and copying it into the group Trello, which I've taught you guys how to do multiple times. The video on how to do it as well as in the course. But like I said, it starts with me. I got to do better with this. But also, if you guys want your trades broken down and really looked at when it comes to the analysis of it, add them in here and we'll break them down fully on this live stream. And it could fill up some space on the, if we have some rangy markets, we could just be analyzing each other's trades. That makes sense?
Yep.
So yeah, let's get back more into this, and starting with today, I'll be journaling my trade and adding it into here. But yeah, like I said, it starts with me, but we should all be doing better as well. I know Matei was big with this. Matei's been very preoccupied with school as well. So we were talking about this the other day. He realizes how hard balance is, and how hard balance is as a trader, as it is with whether you're managing a business, whether you're a major entrepreneur, kind of like Pat, where he's running a whole team. He doesn't have the time to do a lot of this stuff, where it could affect your trading in ways because you're not studying your performance. So journaling is super important. We always talk about it. You guys know it already. We're all professionals, but studying your performance and what you could be doing is extremely important. It's like a David's trade.
I'm trying to be more hard on myself when it comes to that, because generally I'm very bad with admin. I fucking hate admin. It's like the bane of my existence. But yeah, it's like, I hate it. That doesn't matter. I have no choice. I have to do it. So
yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of things in this life that we don't feel like doing, but we got to do them. And Pat, I'm guessing there's somebody above you that you kind of have to answer to.
Yeah.
So with trading, you don't have that. With trading, it's all self-discipline. Discipline, it's easy because you have a deadline that you got to hit. Obviously, it's not easy, but it's easier when you have somebody on top of you making sure that you're getting everything done, and you get paid accordingly, and you get rewarded accordingly. With promotion or whatever the case may be. But with trading, you're your own boss, and you got to tell yourself what to do. And sometimes, or actually most of the time, you're going to choose entertainment, or you're going to choose feelings over what you should be doing. And what you should be doing is journaling. And journaling is very tedious at times. I love it. I love journaling. I love analyzing my past performance, what I could be doing and everything. But sometimes writing those long paragraphs out and numbering what I did on this trade, what I could be doing better, it just feels like it fills up a lot of time that I could be using in other ways. But at the same time, this is one of the best ways to use your time. That thought always creeps into your head. So you got to stay on top of yourself and make sure that you're doing the right things as far as trading and journaling, back testing, all that stuff, all the things you don't necessarily feel like doing all the time, but you have to do it. So this is David's trade over here. David, you want to break this down for us? And this is perfect here. What he did, sending this in, and all of us analyzing this. So let's break it down, David.
I'm not looking kind of for sales no more, because in the 1 hour we kind of broke market structure, because like the highest price past the previous, like put right there, previous high broke the market structure.
Yeah.
So then we got the crossover, the SMS, the moving average. Then we got like a big rejection right there, and then it kind of looked like a fake out on the 15-minute.
Right over here?
No, on the bottom, the rejection.
Yeah. Oh, with this
right
wisp?
Yeah. Then this candle passed this two
Where's
just two candles there, and they look weak, for coming down. And it's like on the 1 hour, so I kind of enter. And plus, I got Fibonacci, and then if you look to the left, there's a lot of like rejection at that area too.
61.8.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Okay, so where do you see price going from here?
Right there, with the 23.6.
23. Okay, so
yeah.
you see us retesting this order block to the left.
Yeah, that would be my first TP, and then I'll put everything break even.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So I agree with you when it comes to this. So we got this high up here, and then we pass the high over here, right?
Yeah.
So we're creating a higher low or a higher high over here to the left. Now, if we come over here to GJ now on the 1 hour, we are now creating this top wick over here, it looks like, but we are closing back into this range. It's kind of all over the place, right? We're creating this lower low, or lower high, low, higher high, right over here, and we're just kind of playing in this range. And, as you can see to the left over here, we did the same exact thing. This level right here is a very strong level. Multiple rejections. Right? So are we going to close above that level, at least on the 1 hour? Let's see the 30-minute. 30-minute, again, rejected that level here, rejected here multiple times. And now we're closing right back into this range. But if you look at the 15-minute, looks to me, actually, if you look at the 4 hour first, you have the 4 hour closing a strong bearish candle. This candle all over the place, this current 4 hour candle. Doesn't know what it wants to do, which is basically just ranging. But looking at the 4 hour, how it's so bearish over here, now looking at the 15-minute, is this going to be a fake out? Or are we just coming down here to grab liquidity and we're going to close above this area? If so, and then we get a pass of these candles over here, you might have a nice move right up here. You got about 40 pips right here to play in. It's going to be difficult to trade in this. This is more advanced stuff, but what grabs me is the fact that we don't have two top wicks here. Looks like we tried to fill this wick and we failed to, so far at least. So that's interesting to me. Looking at gold over here, not that it's worth it. Gold is just still ranging. Gold is a massive range on the 4 hour. Again, you guys know we have high fundamentals coming out this week. A lot of fundamental data coming out for the dollar. CPI, PPI, retail sales, Powell testifying, unemployment, University of Michigan data coming out on Friday. So you're going to see gold ranging a little bit here, especially when you have a strong dollar so far. So far right now, opening the week up, strong dollar. You have stronger treasury yields over here after forming this support. So we'll see what we get with gold, but I think gold is going to range until at the very least tomorrow. But it very well could until Wednesday. Is anybody looking at another pair right now that they want to, break down together? Okay, sounds good, David. Let's see. You guys see Richard Branson crossed orbit, and now he's in space, Virgin Galactic, Virgin Atlantic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he competing with the Bezos.
It's pretty crazy. You say he's competing with Bezos?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The SPCE. Here we go. Is something I gained like 20% on Earlier, when did I trade this? Oh, I grabbed this move right here. This is back in early COVID when this was going on. Ended up grabbing this move over here, knowing that what they were doing, they're trying to send, civilians up to space. They're one of the first companies trying to do that. And then obviously Amazon with Blue Origin. But this was something that I was looking at. I was like, all right, this could be a nice stock that we could make some money on. But ended up closing out here, knowing that a lot of it was hype. It wasn't happening yet. It was all just kind of market sentiment. So I ended up grabbing, selling all my shares, and that was it. But nice one. So right now we're extremely bullish over here.
Sorry, did you trade it or just invested?
Yeah, I bought I believe 30 or 40 shares of I think it was like 46 actually. Right down here. Once we kind of had like a fake out over here, we started coming up. It wasn't technical analysis. This was all fundamental, knowing what the company was trying to do, and I wanted to invest into it. When I look at stocks, it's more so fundamental. When I look at Forex, I like looking at the charts a lot more than the stock market, just because I love the price action on Forex and a lot more going on as well.
So no leverage, just one-on-one. You bought a certain amount of stocks and that's it. Yeah,
I bought around 46 shares. Ended up taking this up again like 20%, but I got out once I realized it was more market sentiment and nothing going on yet, right? Like he didn't go up to orbit in 2020. He just now did. So that's what this move was from. I'm going to use the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Seems that the GJ hourly candle is gonna close below the range, so be a nice opportunity for still guys, huh? Anyone there?
Say that again.
I said it seems like the 1 hour candle on GJ is gonna close below this range. So is anyone looking for a potential sales?
Yeah, I see what you mean, but nah. So for me, I would. So I mostly operate off of the 4-hour time frames now because I aim for like much larger moves. So I'd look at taking a sell if I could get confirmations from 152.36 area.
Okay.
On GJ.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, maybe.
So this previous support, let's say, underneath it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Other than that, nah. Mateo, which pair do you trade more, GJ or gold?
Well, I started with GJ, but more and more I'm moving into gold. I mean, the price action with GJ has really been difficult for the, I don't know, for the first 6 months of the year almost. I know you had some good days, but at the end of the day, it was kind of difficult. And I think that my strategy fits with gold much more than it does with GJ.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, of course, it's quite hard to trade gold. That's why I've had it stopped me out quite a lot of times. You know, I had my account in a bit of drawdown, nothing scary, but it just got to adapt to gold. But I think that my strategy, yeah, as I said, it works much better on gold than it does on GJ.
Got you.
How about you? Your main pair is GJ, right?
Nah, my only pair is GJ, but yeah, now that I think I've reached like a certain level of comfort and proficiency with GJ. I'm gonna start back testing gold and just like familiarizing myself with gold, its patterns, and yeah, see if it's worthwhile for me to trade. Yeah.
All right, sounds great. It's just like my story. I was only backtesting, trading GJ, not even looking at gold, and then slowly started to move towards gold.
Yeah.
But at the time that I started backtesting gold and actually looking at gold to trade, the ranges were much clearer on gold. So I sort of moved into gold because the technicals was looking much better in real time than GJ. And it was a bit fast because I'm not so experienced at the charts to be trading gold right away, but I'm backtesting it. I'm getting comfortable with my strategy, with the way that gold moves, and that's pretty much it.
Okay. My friends have been, some of my friends have been telling me about US 30 because like you were saying, like I really like rangy pairs. That makes sense. So my friends were like, maybe I should look at US 30 that it ranges quite a lot. I don't know. I'm not in a hurry.
No, me too. That's probably the last thing that I will look at it. It's different beast. You know, it's also, I think what I heard of is that it doesn't really move according to technical analysis that much as it does as gold does.
Oh, really?
More of a fundamental driven. I don't know if that's true, but I think that's how it is. Maybe Steph, no.
What's up, buddy?
The US 30, does it respect the price action as much as gold or GJ, or is it more fundamentally driven?
US 30 and gold like together?
No, just a US 30. How does it move? Is it more?
It moves very quick. US 30 is probably one of the more difficult indices probably the most difficult to trade. When you could be in a scalp, and it's difficult to scalp, but you could be in a scalp and all of a sudden get stopped out at 10 pips in like a second. It's one of those pairs that like you want to spend a good time, maybe 3 to 6 months of back testing before you actually start getting into it. I mean, you should do that with every pair, to be honest with you, but US 30, you just want to be cautious about it. Are you guys thinking about starting to really live back test it and get into it?
No, for me, no. We're just talking and discussing about US 30. I mean, I'm not moving anytime near US 30.
Yeah, it's one of those pairs. I mean, I remember, Ted started getting into it. Before I started the mentorship and I was on their live streams, Ted was really starting to trade a lot of US 30. I know like Q Banks trades US 30, I think exclusively now. But, Raquel was trying to do it with his, the way he looks at the market and his strategy, and it just wasn't working out for him. I don't know if he gave it enough time, but it's definitely one of those things where you got to give it a lot of time and know what you're doing with it.
I find with
Yeah, like I said, that's every pair. What's up, Gary?
I find with US 30, you're better off waiting until like 10 a.m. Eastern. Because when the stock market opens at, what is it, 9:30 your time?
Yeah,
It goes absolutely crazy.
Yep. Yeah, good person to talk to or talk about US 30 with in the group would be Justin. Justin has a he has a 1 minute strategy on US 30 that he's been liking a lot, and it's been pretty successful for him. But yeah, that's somebody you might want to talk to about and see his perspective on it at least. You know, it doesn't have to be like, how do you trade this and all that, but see what he thinks about it. When some of the high volume times are, these are some of the things that you want to pull out of anybody trading a certain pair. High volume time, good time to trade, the way it moves, how fast does it move, some of the setups that are successful on it. That's something that you can ask him. But he, like I said, he trades it on the 1 minute, which is pretty insane, but it works for him. Got our boy in here, Gio. What's up, brother? I don't know if you hear me. I love when I do that and I just don't get an answer.
Used to it.
So US 30, I found pretty interesting. I kind of called this move when we broke below. I remember everyone panicking. When was this? Mid-June. Actually, no. It was over here. Yeah, this is, I knew it was earlier. It was May 12th. So mid-May over here, we had this massive tank over here on US 30 with a lot of, you know, COVID fears, stuff like that. What's up? Oh, all good, brother. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good weekend. Feel like I haven't talked to you in a couple of days, so hope you're doing good. Glad to have you in. So we broke market structure over here, and I said nothing to panic really until, because I was looking at this, and this is why trend lines come in handy. You know, we're just pushing up. It was just a correction in the stock market. We're just pushing up, creating new higher lows, testing new highs, right? Now we are not creating new highs. Right now we're just kind of retesting previous highs over here. So are we going to start to change this market structure on US 30? And, you know, obviously, you know, my feelings on the US market. I think it's all a bubble. I think it's fake, and it could pop at any time, especially with all this printing and they're talking about increasing interest rates. So if they increase interest rates once, maybe twice, this thing could tank. Remember 2008, when they tried increasing interest rates. I don't think they got past 2 times until they crashed the market. So, wait a minute. Let's look at GJ real quick. 1 second. I'm going to go back to US 30. We had 2 rejections over here on GJ. This previous resistance over here, 15-minute, we got that fake out again after creating this massive move. We got consolidation over here, kind of like an order block, price collecting orders. We come right back above this resistance. It looks like we're going to close above and maybe mirror this move, but we close with no top wick and we don't fill this wick. This candle closes right back into the range, especially on the 5-minute. Get these closes below. Now, we are breaking below the support over here. This candle created its top wick and now it's flipping bearish. Looks like it passed the low of that candle right there. Again, I'm not looking to enter anything. I already grabbed this 10-pip move right here. But I like this formation on the 5-minute where price retested this previous support. If this candle passes the low of that candle right here, it's 8:15, high volume time. We could continue right back down to retest these lows. I'm trying to see how much pips we have right here. Yeah, at least 11 pips to this wick right here. So again, I just already grabbed my 10 pips over here. This isn't something I want to trade now that we're consolidating right here. It's only Monday. Again, we have plenty of economic data coming out this week. We went over at least 4 or 5 times already since the beginning of the stream. So it's only Monday. Guys, be patient. We had a great week last week. I don't know if you guys read my message in the announcement section, but a lot of you guys had great weeks. David didn't lose a trade. I lost one trade on, I think, Sunday night or Monday morning, and after that, won everything after that. I know a lot of guys like Matei's getting right back into it. Matei's getting back into it. Pat really fucking turning the corner. I love it. Gary fucking killing it. Stipe has only been in for 2 weeks and really starting to get his mind right, which is really the objective when you guys come in here. Like, get your mind right. Make sure that you are thinking the right way in the market. Like, you're more calm, right, Stipe? You're feeling more at ease. You're feeling more, you know, in tune with the way you look at the market and confident with the way you're entering.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I love that. That's awesome. So again, we got David killing it, Pat, like I said, killing it, tripled his account. Gio's killing. I actually want to catch up with Gio a little bit. I know you went to Vegas and everything, so I know I want to. If you want to hop on the Zoom this week, either today or tomorrow. Oh yeah, he's gonna be in this chat. So just let me know. I'd love to catch up, see what you're up to, get everything going. Is Chris on here? No, Chris is awesome. It's gonna be later in the afternoon for you and probably nighttime for me. I'm down to once I get back from the gym. A couple of you guys, Gary wants the back test. Pat wants the back test. Let's see. I'm sure Matei wants to. Matei's always down for a little work, for that work. So if anyone's down, let me know.
Maybe we could, if some of the guys are keen, maybe we could do it together.
Okay. Yeah, I know some people like doing it individually. Some people like doing it as a group. It's great doing it as a group because everyone's got input. Everyone, you know, we're working as a team to grow the account. So if you guys like doing it as a group, it's honestly better and easier for everyone because everyone gets the work in. So again, 15-minute, 8:15, that's when you get some volume. Same thing with 7:45, like we always talk about, but 8:15 to 8:30, get some nice volume on GJ. So if we break the low of this 5-minute wick right over here, obviously this is a stronger confirmation and stronger setup on the 15, the 30, the 1 hour, but the 5-minute, I like this. I like our chances of coming right back down to this wick right here. Let's see the 15-minute real quick. I like this fake out right here and the chances of price continuing to drop. The 1 hour looks interesting to me too.
Yeah, 1 hour is nice.
Does that look interesting?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm waiting for the 15-minute to close in 30 seconds and then we'll see.
If I do enter this, it'll probably be something like this. Again, I would wait for the 15-minute to close as well. There you go. It would be something like this. Stop loss about 13 pips away. My TP right down here. I want to see the 15-minute. Maybe create a top wick. Maybe it won't. But if I do enter this, it'll only be 1%. See something.
Yeah, there is a good opportunity to manage risk.
I would really be taking this based on the 1 hour with my stop loss above the 1 hour candle right here. We should be coming right back down to the support, especially with this rejection and the fact that the candle flipped bearish. Anybody in this right now?
Yeah, I executed at the pass of the 15-minute low.
Yeah, I just executed with my profits from this morning. So let's see how we do.
Just aiming for 1-to-1 with reward.
Yep. And guys, again, when you guys are taking your second trade of the day, I would lower your risk. So like I used 2% this morning with the setup, basically catching this wick right here. But lower your risk on that second trade, on that second setup. Again, high volume time. We're printing lower lows or lower highs over here, right? Rejecting this area again. We should be filling this wick.
Yeah, we've seen this setup many times on the 1 hour.
Yeah. Yeah, the 1 hour looks sick.
How's your challenge looking after the trade this morning?
Good, brother. I'm at 25,284.
Lovely stuff. Yeah, aiming for 26 by the end of the week, yeah?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. What was I saying on Friday, right?
Yeah.
I got like 3 weeks left of the challenge, so gain 1,000 a week.
Loads of time.
Yes, sir.
You're just going to stick with a 125k account, or you're going to go 100k once you get a payout?
Yeah, I'll probably because I'm definitely getting a lot more used to having more money on the line and seeing that either drawdown or in profit mark. So I'm actually like, it feels like it's even not enough now for me, which is great news. Not that the greed is kicking in.
Yeah.
I know my limits and I know all that stuff, but I do feel like I'd be more comfortable with even more being on the line. Not that I'm going to over risk with this account. I'm just going to do the challenge for the 50,000 and 100,000, leverage these accounts into my own account, take the profits when I'm in the elite account, and then bring that into my own trading account.
Yeah, 100%.
You want to do a copy trading from your main account to the challenge account, or you trading separately?
Yeah, I'm actually going to use the social trader copy trader thing. And I'm going to start doing that with my main account. I haven't even touched my main account in like 2 weeks since starting this challenge. But eventually I'm going to end up, once I beat this challenge and get another challenge, I'm going to do the copy trader for like, I think it's up to 6 accounts that you can get it. I think you pay like $20 a month, which is nothing. And I'll connect all 3 accounts and then eventually the 4th account.
Does that work on like a percentage base? So like you place a
Yeah.
percentage on your account. So obviously if you placed like say a 10 lot on your bigger account and then your smaller account can't do that, can it?
Yeah. So like actually, you know what, honestly, with this copy trader, I haven't looked into it as much, but I used to use Dukascopy. It's dukascopy.com. It's another Forex copier trader or whatever. I used to use that, and you can multiply the percentage that you want it to grow. So like if I'm risking, if I have like a low risk account and a high risk account, I'll have my main risk at like 1x, and then if I have a high risk account, I'll be taking the same exact trades because it's the same analysis and everything. I'm not using a different strategy. I'll take the same trades on what's it called? I'll times it by 3 or times it by 4 or 5, my risk on that high risk account. And I know you could do that on there. I don't know how you could do it on what's it called? On Social Trader.
Cool.
Speaking of like copying trades, would any of you like trade for family?
That's would you do business with family?
Depends on how big the cut they want to give me.
And it depends the profit margin. that you guys are splitting the profit split.
It's something I've been thinking of, like rather than, you know, like rather than. So obviously the expectations change the more successful you get, you know.
Yeah.
Rather than me having to give people money or stuff like that, why don't I just like use my skill set and allow them to make money passively off my skill set as well? It's something I've been thinking about, you know, like, and it's like, okay, what would I be opening myself up to if I traded for family? And by family, I mean my siblings, like really close people. Yeah, closest family, you know, sort of thing. It saves me the headache. Or imagine, you know, you are successful. It saves you the headache of, you know, people coming to you for money or having to give out money for this or that. You know, you're just helping people make money.
Yeah, no, I definitely see where you're coming from with that. First of all, if you were to do that, I would 1000% get yourself right first. Make sure that you're trading full time. You're fully confident in your strategy.
Of course.
I know you know that, absolutely. But also, the way I look at it is, you know, you teach a man to fish, you know, that whole saying. Not only teach them how to trade, but what my mission is and what I plan on doing is giving my family rental properties. You know, something that creates cash flow for them and they can manage. I'll teach them how to manage that. Rather than me trading their money and they're kind of hounding me, where's the account at? You know, how much profit are we in this week? Yeah, I don't want that. It's the same thing with doing business with family. It's just like it can mess up a lot of relationships. I don't want that. So I'd rather just, you know, Christmas, here's a rental property, and it's probably gonna be the best Christmas present you've gotten in a long time. But it sets them up for success and gets them into that world where it's like, wow, I'm really interested in this. I want to learn on my own, or I want to learn from you on how to do this to use the profits from my rent and pay for another property. You know what I'm saying?
That's an interesting one. Never thought of that.
I've just never thought maybe my fiance's money. You know, you know, she gets money or she makes money. I can use a trade copier and trade her money. But other than that, you know, I'm not gonna try to trade my parents' money, my grandparents' money, her family's money. And that's a sticky area that you might not want to be in.
But that if you say you trade that, they put their savings in on this, trusting you or something like that, and then you have like a really bad month. You like blow it or something like that. Is that going to cause a feud between you, or you know?
Could, and I want to avoid that.
Exactly.
Yeah. No,
I closed 50%, by the way. As soon as this candle flipped bullish, I closed 50.
Like for me, like when I play the scenario in my head, like I said, it would just be closest family, so my siblings.
Yep.
You know, and it's like you know, whatever money, maybe like the buy-in is like 5K, you put that in, it's as good as lost. You know, just consider it as good as lost. You fuck off, you don't bother me as to where the account is and so on, and then maybe like there's a payout at the end of the year or whatever the case may be.
100%. Yeah,
that's how I'd manage it.
Yeah, put a contract in place. Set the bar as far as expectations, and like you said, fuck off, don't bother me.
Yep.
Have you heard of maybe PAM accounts? So just give them access, and if they want to deposit, they deposit. It's all on their own risk. They actually didn't give the money directly to you, so it's on them if they want to raise their money from account or deposit more. You get the percentage for your trades.
Yeah.
100%. Be a good idea.
Because like for me, like I just, you know, and it's like a principle thing, you know, like I believe that I can't leave my family behind, you know.
No, I 1000%.
Like immediate family sort of thing, yeah.
But it sounds like you like that rental property idea.
Yeah, definitely. But other, like in your scenario, are you saying would you buy the property in your name, or you, let's say, I don't know if you have a sister or a brother, would you buy it in their name and then completely give it over to them? It's yours to do it as you like. Like, how would you?
I mean, I'd probably have to purchase it in my name and then maybe transfer over the title.
Okay.
You know, transfer over the mortgage and everything right to their name, so they're fully responsible. Especially once they know the market, they know what they're doing with it. You know, they've maybe had the property for 6 months, something like that. And this has been a plan, but not like something that I know how to do. You know, it's not something that I've done before or anything like that. It's just a thought process of how can I keep the relationship healthy between us, but also help them at the same time and keep expectations high, but also, or expectations low, but also just have that steady cash flow coming into their bank every month.
Yeah.
The gift that keeps on feeding. Or giving.
Stephanos, can you switch to GA for a moment if it's not?
Sure.
I kind of missed a trade. I would execute it on a 30-minute. So just to check for your opinion.
Yeah.
30-minute time frame. Yeah, after the break of that support which was created.
Right here?
Yeah.
So this is one of those setups over here where with this candle not having a bottom wick over here, I love this setup. I always take this. I love this setup, but I typically like to have a wick somewhere down here, kind of like this.
It was much cleaner than GJ, so I have a tendency to switch to GA from time to time if GJ is kind of messy and stuff.
Is GA a pair that you backtest a lot?
From time to time, yeah.
Time to time, okay. Is this like your second pair, or gold is, right?
Oh, sorry, I muted myself. Gold is actually was my second pair, but I'm kind of taking a distance from it.
Okay.
It kind of ruined my trading in the last couple of weeks, so I'll make a break from it.
Okay.
So I'm kind of trying to focus on a bit slower moving pairs.
Okay.
So
Awesome, makes sense. Yeah. What over here? Let's see.
also GA is breaking. If the GA, sorry for interrupting, on 4-hour time frame, the GA.
Yep.
It kind of created this huge wick on the upside.
Yep.
If it breaks the low of the previous 4-hour, there, at least in my opinion, there's a huge opportunity to break it down till the 4-hour support. What do you think about that?
It could, but the only thing is we have about 30 minutes left for the 4-hour. So is the 4-hour going to completely drop all the way down here in 30 minutes? That's where I look at this and I'm like, all right, we got this huge top wick over here. We got a strong bearish candle over here with the bottom wick, huge rejection wick to the upside. And then we got a huge up wick over here. But this candle, let's say in the next 30 minutes, closes, maybe it does pass the low, but it closes somewhere in this area with a very weak bullish candle over here. GA, so far, what it looks like to me is bullish. So yeah. Could we end up closing with a weak body right here, forming support, and then fill this wick?
Sure.
Right? That would be us creating a higher low over here than over here, right?
Yeah.
So I would be aware of that. I don't think, GA has the opportunity to fully, pass the low of this candle and within the next 30 minutes come all the way down to this area. But we have a gap right here. So maybe the next, if we do close bearish, the next candle pass the low and continues down. But right now so far we're bullish.
Yeah, I know.
This could just be a correction, especially with barely a bottom wick, and then this candle coming all the way up here. So the 15-minute candle closed on GJ. Yeah, I don't like the way GJ is playing out. I'm just closing the full thing. It was the first trade I lost in wow. That's all right. Managed risk, lost about $100. And that's why, like I said, I took a trade already. I won a trade this morning already, got my 10 pips. This one, I risked 2% on this because I like the setup a lot right here. But this one, I only risked 1% because I wasn't 100% sure about the setup. But I knew that it could possibly play out, so I only risked 1% on it. Even if it was a great setup, I'm still only going to risk 1% on that second trade. Now I'm done for the day. So, Stipe, that made sense to you with GA?
Yeah, sure.
Awesome. So like I said before, let's concentrate on this. Where is it? Over here. We got to concentrate on our group Trello again. And as always, it starts with me, right? So I got to do better on this. Again, my schedule's been very hectic, so it's been harder for me to journal my own personal trades as well, let alone adding them into here. And a lot of you guys getting back into regular work schedules, school, whatever the case may be, it's harder to journal. But we need to be focusing on this more as a group and adding our trades into here so that we could discuss them and fully break them down as a team where, you know, I'm asking you questions, trying to figure out what you were doing exactly on this trade. Other people are asking you questions like, wow, your strategy is pretty interesting to me. How were you looking at this? And this is going to get you all much better as traders. That's why I created this. But we got to use it more. We got to utilize it more. We've been a little bit sloppy on it. I get it. Like I said, with the schedules getting more and more busy with each other. But it's just something that we should all be concentrating on.
Yeah, I also need to get back into this game and start posting some trades.
Oh yeah. So let's focus on that for today. Like whatever trades you guys took today, add them into there. Add them into the group Trello. I'm going to do the same thing, and we're going to break them down tomorrow on the live stream. So I know David took a couple trades today. You can add them in there. Gary took a beautiful trade this morning. You know, Stipe, I know we haven't done our second Zoom yet. I don't think you're finished with the course yet. You said you were watching the backtesting session.
Yeah, I have a few more videos, so I'll let you know.
So whenever you're ready, just schedule that Zoom and we'll get in it.
Sure.
Pat, I know you were saying, I know you're very busy with your team, but you were saying you want to get more into journaling. So this is a way for you to keep yourself accountable. And then we could break your trades down as well. And then who was asking me about that setup? I think it was Stipe, right? Was it Stipe asking me about a similar setup to this right here?
Yeah.
Okay. So you saw how this played out, right? But most of the time, I've noticed that we hold support right here and continue right back up. That's why I'm studying this setup. What I do like a lot is holding this wick right here. If we had this bottom wick right here, we had the retest candle, weak body with a big wick. This candle creates the top wick, flips bearish, past the low of this candle right over here, or starts pushing. That's where you can enter this. But typically, pay attention to this setup. I forget what I even called this thing. Impulse volume push. So typically, I like the fact that we have a bottom wick on here. If we don't have a bottom wick, and then we get a consecutive, right after that, we get that bullish candle formed, we could form support here and continue right back up. And this could be our higher low compared to over here. But what I did like is the fact that we came down here, we broke our trend, our bullish trend, created this low. We came up here perfectly retesting the trend line, forms a fake out of this previous resistance, and then we get this bearish candle, the retest of the resistance, and then we come right back down. And there's a high probability of us coming right back down to fill these wicks. So that's why I took this. Is everybody out of GJ right now?
Yeah.
Cool. Who else took that? And then Matei did. Someone else did. By the looks of this message from David, it looks like he was in too. So, but this is a great practice, Stipe. We'll go over this during your Zoom, but just looking for your setups and journaling your setups. Like classic break and retest, you say exactly where it's from, what pair, all that stuff. But you constantly see this, and then if you look at this before your sessions, your trading sessions, it gets your eyes trained for what you're trying to look for. So you just run through all these. I was just making this as an example for Tiger, I believe it was. Gold holding support right over here. Again, just ranging. We're waiting for Powell. I know we got CPI, PPI coming out as well. So we have those data points, but I think gold is really just waiting on Powell right now. See what he's going to say. But with that, we have, like, to quote David, GJ is playing. It's not doing much. Just kind of ranging in here. Like I said, this market structure is pretty wacky. I did like the 1 hour, how we created our top wick already, and we started to pass the low of this candle right here, and the fact that we had volume on GJ typically around this time. After this rejection, I thought that we could come down and fill this wick. That's why I only risked 1% on it. But at the same time, we were printing lower lows, lower highs over here, higher lows, higher highs over here. And then this, another lower low, pushing below that wick. It's a little tricky. So, again, that's why I kind of stayed out. Or risked a little bit. But with that, I'm going to head off. Not much going on. Just stay out of these trades. It's just not worth trading in here. But looking forward to tomorrow. Like I said, let's get that group Trello going. Start adding your stuff in there, and we'll break down all your trades tomorrow morning, starting right in the morning after we do our analysis. All right, boys.
Yeah.
Guys, have a great day. It's the start of a new week. It's Monday. Plan your week out. Plan your day out. Right? It is 8:39 Eastern Standard Time AM. So what are you going to do in the next 3 hours? One of them could be journaling. One of them, if you're working, make sure that you're getting your work done when it comes to your job. Getting a bunch of stuff in. Throw your phone on the other side of the room. It's a major distraction. And just get work done. You guys want to catch some momentum? Just put your head in the computer and start getting work done. Put some music on, some concentrating music. If you guys want this playlist right here, love this playlist. I don't know how you guys feel about what's it called? Right here. What's this Disney shit? Oh, sure. Here we go. This is a great playlist if you guys want it. Just send it into the what's it called? If you guys have Spotify, awesome playlist. I think like 100, 200 songs of just concentrating music, instrumentals from movies, just stuff that really puts you in the zone. I love it. It really helps me work. So check that out. If it's gonna help you out, let me know if you like it. But guys, let's go. New week, Monday. push yourself to the limit this week. Make sure you get everything done you say you're going to do, and challenge yourself. All right. So I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes.
Tomorrow, guys. Take care.
All right,
Cheers,
boys.
man.
Have a great
Cheers,
day.
man.
All right.
Bye, bro.